Have a little snack break. For some reason the YouTube stream.
WT_2005 said, "What's for lunch?"
President Vladimir Putin took a briefing with his top generals and dismissed
Just some,
if the authorities
nothing too crazy, just some crackers.
in a peaceful way
Crackers
reach all of the goals set in the course of this special
and some
military
hummus.
operation by military means. Zelensky flies to Florida for a Sunday meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump.
Have a little lunch break.
WT_2005 said, "Did one battery last a whole yard?"
Yeah, almost. I mean, it's still going. I've still got to do about. I've still got to do the other little bit.
That foundation is now under strain. President Donald Trump is pushing allies to dramatically increase military spending. That's raising questions about U.S. influence over its European allies.
Just some crackers, some hummus. I got some cheese, but.
The United States has long been NATO's single most important killer, not just politically, but financially and militarily.
But that lawnmower actually takes 2 batteries.
Washington is still the alliance's biggest spender by far, responsible for more than 2/3 of NATO's shared budgets, enabling it to underwrite the alliance's core military capabilities.
You like hummus?
The Trump administration has demanded NATO members spend 5% of their GDP on defense.
That motherfucker's wearing fucking
long-standing target of 2%.
sneakers.
The US president has threatened to withdraw from NATO if Europe does not take the lead on defense by 2027.
Well, I've said that to them. I said, if you're not going to pay, we're not going to defend. I said that 7 years ago. I said, if you're not going to pay your bills, we're not going to defend you.
Trump's conditional defense pledges.
WT_2005 said, "You love the political and war news."
Yeah, I do.
Whether the United States will honor NATO's cornerstone Article 5
I'm interested in the geopolitics and the
member is an attack on all.
things that are happening in the
Signaling
world.
that US commitments are transactional, Washington risks eroding its long-term leverage, soft power, and leadership as allies begin to hedge against an America they no longer see as fully reliable. At the same time, Washington plans to reduce its own financial commitments to NATO, slashing contributions that once gave it unmatched influence over alliance strategy.
WT_2005 said, "Where does Australia sit in all of this?"
The United States
well-
has set priorities, shape deployments, and steer the alliance's response to global threats.
Australia's.
Now, European leaders are debating.
I mean, we're a small power. We're a power in the Indo-Pacific region,
Better or rely less on Washington altogether.
but
We want to cooperate
I guess compared to bigger countries like China and America,
on a daily basis. What is allowed,
we're nothing.
not allowed. And how
I think the biggest thing for Australia is to try and maintain peace and trading in the region with China, because China's really like going to be the new world superpower, so we probably want to keep a good relationship with them. But Australia doesn't really, like, we're too small, we can't really have much influence, but we have a lot of resources, so I guess trade is really our big thing.
The ceasefire is now in place between Cambodia and Thailand after weeks of
But
cross-border
I don't really
fighting.
know, man, like, I'm just interested in it. I've got no idea what I'm talking about.
WT_2005 said, "What protects our borders?"
Reports from Cambodia's border with Thailand.
Well, I mean, the Australian Defence Force, the army,
Cambodia and Thailand agreed to stop fighting. It came 3 weeks after the last ceasefire.
hopefully protects our borders, right? The Air Force, Navy.
On both sides of the border. Yet as the agreement was reached, the fighting hadn't fully stopped. Artillery fire could still be heard from this camp for displaced families, right up until the ceasefire.
But there's also, you know, a big ocean that protects our borders, so that's good.
A fiber-optic guided drone came down along with its unexploded ordnance. Another strong vehicle. No one was injured. At the camp, families are staying put for now.
I don't dare to go home today because I don't trust Thailand. Maybe in a few more days. I will go back if it is completely quiet. I am worried that they will shell again, and then we'll have to flee again.
I won't risk risk going home. I really regret leaving my home, but I'm also scared of dying.
Crazy, Cambodia and Thailand were at war.
International observers come and the shooting has
WT_2005 said, like the Chinese submarine that does laps around our country.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty... that was an interesting move. China circumnavigating Australia. I mean, you know. I think China could definitely destroy us if they wanted to. I think China was just doing that as a bit of a flex to remind us that we're below them. You know.
Because only a sustained calm will decide whether life here can begin to return to normal. Asad Beg, Al Jazeera from the Cambodian-Thailand border.
Still ahead on Al Jazeera, we're in Colombia talking to exiled Venezuelans about their hopes and fears as Washington ramps up its pressure campaign on Nicolas Maduro.
There's so much crazy stuff going on around the world.
You're in the water, you're in their realm. We have to play by their rules. Encounters with great white sharks are rising along the California coast.
WT_2005 said, what a great news channel.
Yeah, this is Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera English. I've always liked this news channel.
On counting the cost.
Want to know what's going on in the world?
Year of tariffs. From the US to China, Europe and Africa, power is shifting. Supply chains are being rewritten. Alliances are being tested. So who's winning and who's
WT_2005 said, if Australia gets mentioned on Al Jazeera, then we have made it.
Yeah. No, I'm sure we've been mentioned before. We're still like, you know, a bit of a power.
Nasty8V6 said, what up, Leet?
Hey, what up, mate? I'm just chilling, man. I'm having a little snack break because I've been mowing the lawn. We're just chilling in the shed, doing some house chores. What have you been up to, bro? Watching the news and shit.
For example, the Jingle Bell Express sold on Amazon last year for $160. Now,
WT_2005 said, are you streaming this news? Nasty8V6 said, right now just relaxing watching basketball.
I mean, I'm not intentionally streaming the news. I just like to have the news on in the background so that when I sort of wander in the shed, I can have it on in the background to sort of see what's going on. I'm just taking a break from mowing the lawn. But I'll show you a funny little project, actually. This, see this computer, this Mac Mini? It's like a fucking ancient thing. I think it's from 2010. Anyway, I found it, plugged it in, and could see that it was working. So I was like, oh yeah, let's like try and find a use for it. So what I've done is I've actually just installed Linux on it. So it's just like it's essentially just going to be like a little entertainment media thing. So, because Linux, even on old hardware, it can run semi-decently. So it's just like, you know, if I want to watch the news or want to watch YouTube, I've just got a little dedicated media thing there. Just found on the street. Gave it a new life. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Earlier this month, at least 15 people, including 3 babies, died from hypothermia following heavy rain and plunging temperatures. Several buildings also
WT_2005 said, you found that on the street.
Yeah, man, I find all kinds of stuff on the street. I'm like if I was a character in a video game, my scavenging skill would be like plus 100. I'm always finding stuff and trying to repurpose it.
I couldn't find anywhere to live in Gaza except Gaza Port.
Like, it's essentially useless. I originally tried to get one of the old Mac operating systems onto it, but it wasn't really working, so It's so old. It's like 2010. Like you couldn't really use it for anything.
WT_2005 said, do you also do dumpster diving?
No, I used to when I was younger. I used to go get free food out of the dumpster. But
WT_2005 said, lots of food from supermarkets.
yeah, I used to do that. I haven't done that in a long time.
Teams have headed to the Gaza port area along the coastline. Citizens went there and set up worn-out, fragile tents. Our teams responded to several.
No, these days I just try and make money and then go to the supermarket and buy my food.
With plastic sheets after they were flooded by rainwater.
I should look into some dumpster diving now. You can get good food. There's a lot of waste. We live in a very wasteful society. It's kind of crazy.
Gaza City, Palestine. The Israeli army has conducted more raids across the occupied West Bank. Soldiers fired stun grenades
Israel
and tear
doing?
gas at residents in Bilan and Kfar Nima.
Israel.
WT_2005 said, how do you start to do dumpster diving?
Well, all you got to do is just figure out, you know, you just look at where the supermarkets are. I'll give you a good tip on dumpster diving, man. The Harris farm markets. Just go to check out the supermarkets. Go see if you can access the bins. Basically, sometimes they'll be in the car park. Sometimes they'll be like around the back. And you know, you might get people telling you to go away, but if you're just quick, you just run in, find where the bins are, and then yeah, see what you can find. There's always good food, free food. Hey Nate, why are you invading Venezuela, bro?
WT_2005 said, do they bulk dump stuff or something?
They just throw out like, they throw out a lot of perfectly good food if it's like, you know, if the packaging gets damaged or like silly stuff like that. They just
Nasty8V6 said, I ain't doing it, I'm signing at home.
what do those poor Venezuelans ever do to you, Nate?
The government of Nicolás Maduro has seized on the threat, tightening its grip on dissent at home and abroad. In Bogotá, fears of deepened
Nasty8V6 said, IDK. WT_2005 said, like the cold foods as well.
Yeah, all kinds of foods. I found all kinds of good stuff. I got friends that do it a lot in the city.
Nasty8V6 said, I don't watch the news, seems like you know more than me, lol.
Man, look at those cobras, they're hectic.
Nasty8V6 said, nah, it's something to do with drug cartel or something.
Yeah. I think the narrative is that America's saying that all these drugs are coming in from Venezuela, and the president
said, with the new Venezuelan president,
and the president's kind of involved and he's corrupt, and you know, he's using that as a segue to potentially, you know, invade the country and overthrow the president. But you know, Venezuela also has oil. They seized an oil tanker as well. Pretty crazy. America's so crazy.
On the sunny beaches of Southern California, you're likely to see surfers,
Anyway,
swimmers, and sharks.
what do we want? Watching the news content or mowing the lawn content? Because I gotta get back to.
Encounters with humans are actually quite common.
I gotta get back to mowing the lawn. You got any new games on your radar, Nate? What have you been streaming, bro? What have you been playing? Just been playing a bit of Armory Forger. Kind of been vibing getting back into some driving games. Kind of want to get the new VR headset. Set up the driving wheel in the shed, that'll be fun.
got a backlog of games on top of the usual ATS but been building the Enterprise D Lego set last few weekends. WT_2005 said, do you have a RTX?
You mean like the graphics card? Nice, you get the Lego set for Christmas, that's dope. One of my Christmas presents was this new little pouch, which is really handy because I don't know, you probably don't know, but I had another pouch that was all falling apart. So my girlfriend got me this pouch, which is like a perfect little thing for IRL streaming because I put the battery in there for the GoPro, put my phone in there for the chat. It's just real convenient. And it's also tactical. Tactical as fuck. I would argue that the petrol mower is actually a lot louder than the electric one. What are you talking? Petrol's way louder. Battery? Yeah, alright, we're out of juice. Oh, my wife's home. Alright, we're out of battery. Hold on a sec, guys. I just need to help my girl unload the car. Just watch the news for a sec, guys. I'm just gonna help my partner real quick.
Breathtaking views with clear skies ahead. Qatar Airways sponsors the weather.
Hello there. Let's have a look at the weather across North America, and there's good news for both the west and the east coasts of the US. Have a look at the earliest satellite image. You can see Devon working its way across the northeast of the US. It has now cleared, so it's looking a lot finer for places like New York. Behind it, we've got another major winter storm developing for the Midwest and the Great Lakes, with some very heavy rain to come, some blizzard conditions. But further west of that, for the west coast of the US, after 3 days of intense rain, things are starting to dry out in California. Now, it has been very cold across Canada. If we have a look at the isotherms, you can see that intense cold pushing its way further south. Now, where it hits the warmer weather, that's where we're seeing that intense winter storm. But the cold will win out. Look at that descent. In places that we saw record-breaking temperatures around Christmas, we'll now see them drop right down. Have a look at Dallas. We were 28 degrees Celsius there on Sunday. It will only be 8 degrees on Monday. Luckily, there'll be some recovery to come on Tuesday. And that cooling trend will flood into northern parts of Mexico. Monterrey will drop to 21 on Monday.
Breathtaking views with clear skies ahead. The weather, sponsored by Qatar Airways. Al Jazeera, wherever you are.
At a speed of 800 kilometers an hour.
Tom McRae. This is Counting the Cost on Al Jazeera, your weekly look at the world of business and economics. This week, 2025 is the year of tariffs. The measures are reshaping how the world does business and trade. So will that create new alliances or a more fragmented global economy? From the US to China, Europe and Africa, economic power is shifting. As supply chains are rewired, who's gaining leverage and who risks being left behind? But how does that affect us all? Rising costs, labour shortages, a housing crunch and mounting debt are still squeezing households. Will 2026 bring any relief? Disruption and uncertainty, two words that largely define the economy right now. President Donald Trump's tariffs have landed as a shock to global trade. This is 2025, a global reordering. Major economies are rewriting their playbooks and alliances are being redrawn. From Africa's minerals boom to the global AI race, countries are scrambling for influence even as debt piles up. They're spending more, borrowing more, and making tough choices from defence to climate policy and labour shortages. And through it all, people are bearing high costs. So how do we get here? And what comes next for 2026? Let's break it all down. In April, the US imposed duties on goods from nearly every country in the world, upending global trade. Some economies, like the EU and UK, were able to work out new deals. Others are still negotiating. The aftershocks are still being felt across the globe. Nowhere more so than China, at the centre of the US push to redraw the global trading system. Tariffs have forced Beijing to shift supply chains towards Southeast Asia and Africa, hitting an economy already struggling with a property crisis and weak consumption. To revive growth, the nation is betting big on cutting-edge technology and on securing the elements that power it. And that search for resources has put Africa at the centre of a critical minerals boom. China, Europe and the US are all courting the continent in a bid to secure access to the elements. African nations have seized the moment, pushing for a bigger share of processing and manufacturing. 2025 also marked a leadership moment for the global south. South Africa used its G20 presidency to call on world powers to tackle wealth inequality and ensure no one is left behind. That's reflected a broader trend. Developing nations are demanding a bigger voice in shaping international security fears have caused Europe to reassess its priorities. The EU is under pressure from the US to become more self-reliant on defence, and it's boosted military spending to a record high. But countries like France are already straining under high debt. Critics accuse them of choosing weapons over welfare. And the artificial intelligence revolution continues to change the working world. Tech giants are placing billion-dollar bets in hopes of winning the AI arms race. Supporters say it will make businesses more productive than ever. Others worry millions of jobs could be displaced. Well, let's discuss all of this further with our panel of guests. Joining us from London is David Lubin. He is a Senior Research Fellow at the Global Economy and Finance Program at Chatham House. In Hong Kong, we're joined by Trinh Nguyen, a Senior Economist at Texas Research, focusing on the Asia-Pacific region. And in Cape Town, we're joined by Zianda Sturman. She's an advisor on insights and advocacy at Africa Practice, a strategic advisory firm for investment and development. A warm welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for being with us here on Counting the Costs today. David, if I can begin with you, and obviously the year all starts with Donald Trump retaking the US presidency. His tariffs landed a bit like a shock to the global trading system. Can you just run us through their global impact since he took power, since he introduced them?
In a way, the global impact of the tariff announcements, at least on April the 2nd, has been remarkably small. That's for two reasons, really. One is that the actual tariffs that the world has been saddled with are much lower than were threatened on so-called Liberation Day on April the 2nd, when they were first introduced. And the second is that countries have been remarkably nimble at reconfiguring supply chains in order to avoid tariffs. So the growth of global trade is actually remarkably robust these days, and the word that economists most frequently use to characterize the global economy is resilient. And in terms of trade, what's happened really is that, for sure, China's exports to the United States have absolutely collapsed. But exports from India, from ASEAN, from the Association of Southeast Asian Nations countries, from Taiwan, from Mexico, have all increased remarkably. So in a way, the global trading system has experienced a kind of trade diversion rather than trade destruction. And that's kept the trading system alive, and that in turn has helped to keep the global economy, as I said, resilient.
Trin, despite the US tariffs causing major disruption, China's managed to record a $1 trillion trade surplus, a milestone no other country has been able to do. How has it successfully sort of offset the impact of US tariffs?
Well, US demand is still very important, so one of the
Alright,
ways
well,
that it has done that is by
we have to wait
reshuffling
till this
supply chain.
battery
China
recharges.
deploy a lot of capital to Southeast Asia, so if you look at China outward FDI, it's geared towards Southeast Asia, and through that they're able to export
Before we
to
can
Southeast
continue
Asia as a region, but also
lawn
to the
mowing.
rest of the world, meaning for non-US
We have a beer.
China. If you look at China export growth, it's not really the most impressive in the region. The highest growth rates is really Taiwan, Vietnam, and so on and so forth. So China managed to grow through two channels. One is the fact that it didn't really import from the world in 2025. And that's a key point to say, is that China managed to offset and mitigate the tariffs by the US on China in 2025, and also through Biden and Trump 1.0. But the reality is the key to that also is that it's not growing its imports from the rest of the world. And that's creating also tensions for China. 1 trillion surplus means that that it's gaining comparative advantage. At the same time, it's not really importing much. And what it does with the yuan continues to be a key consideration for the EU, for the rest of Southeast Asia, for the Japanese, and for the Korean exporters. Because the fact is that even though the yuan has appreciated this year, it still underperforms relative to the euro and relative to other Asian traders. And I think moving forward, the question is whether or not China will allow
Cheers.
to support domestic demand, or is it a story in 2026 where China will continue to export to the world, but its imports are not really growing and is predominantly concentrating on getting rid of this excess capacity?
Okay, Zian, I want to get your thoughts on how you think all of this has affected Africa. Has the continent been able to, I guess, make gains through all of this disruption?
So the interesting thing is that, broadly, this has been uneven. For a number of different African countries, this has opened
I want to know.
new opportunities. Among them you can count...
Can I run Ableton while I'm running OBS, or is that going to fuck my shit up?
Namibia, Mozambique, and others who have been able to attract either investment back or have made brand new trade partnerships that really span the globe from, the UAE, Japan, Brazil, India, and other countries. So it's difficult, I think, to say very broadly that this impact has been negative or positive.
This might crash the stream.
It's been quite uneven across the board. We've seen that also in the reduction of...
Yeah, it works, cool. It's a little beat I made earlier. Any guitar picks around? pick. small experiment. I want to see if, when I record internally on the electric drums, if it records all the MIDI data.
But the reality is that these smaller countries have come to the conclusion that while he may be unreliable, the U.S. is indispensable, particularly for the smaller countries. And moreover, the reality is, despite the fact that tariffs have been a huge hurdle to trade, particularly for the auto sectors in Asia, because the 25% tariffs were in effect from April until basically for most of the year, the reality is the U.S. is still the key growth driver in terms of exports to the rest of the region. So for China,
It's an experiment. I want to see if I can send MIDI.
in terms of importing growth and so on and so forth. And so far, tourism normalization and goods normalization haven't been there. One big bright spot is really the deployment of capital by Chinese into Southeast Asia. It is a neutral ground for China to
If I record a beat.
and as a result, that's a key area of bright spot. And then for China to continue to do that, it needs to also import a lot of other goods from the rest of the region.
Xander, you're in South Africa, which recently hosted the G20. What did you make of that? Because they really were trying to push the idea of the global south, taking more control on the world stage.
I think that what South Africa was able to do really well, and one of the reasons why it was able to put the Global South agenda at the forefront of the G20 meetings is the fact that there was momentum. If you remember the fact that Indonesia, then India, then Brazil, and then South Africa have hosted the G20 in recent years, you've really seen a culmination of a number of these issues that span the Global South, really being at the heart of the conversations through the last year, truly. So these huge structural factors that Global South countries and various pairings, including BRICS and other forums, have really tried to make progress over.
I want to take
that I think came to the fore
MIDI.
in South Africa's G20, with a number of these agreements at least making some level of progress. Unfortunately, that is
Why is that blue?
to be undermined by the US going into that G20 cycle. But at the very least, you've had a number of countries come together multiple times to very seriously discuss many of these issues that are at the fore for Global South countries in a way that they are not for European or other countries.
Right. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate your time. David, you're going to stay with us to discuss what this all means to people like you and me. Trin Nguyen, Xander Sturman, thank you so much for joining us. Now we're going to hear what's been worrying many people in different parts of the world and how they feel about 2026.
Oh my gosh, I run a business in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and everything comes in from Europe, so I'm paying 25% tariffs on everything. So all my costs of doing business, and it catches up to you. At first you don't notice it, but then 6-7 months later you're going, oh my gosh.
I'm a pensioner, so I can manage. But for people who earn the minimum wage, it's getting harder and harder. Also for those who've lost their jobs.
Buying things has become more expensive, but it's acceptable. I think the economy will get better and better, and incomes will rise.
With the economy the way it is here, I don't think things will get better. These sorts of things worry me.
Fuel's up, all food, anything touristy, everything's, it just seems way more expensive.
high probability. However, there are risks. There are big underlying risks. For instance, the US is mostly pushed by massive investment in artificial intelligence, high equity prices in this segment of the market, and this is financed with very strange and high levels of debt, with very strange debt structure. If something were to go wrong,
alright, cool. Now we can do the test. What's the BPM? 119.
WT_2005 said, do you hang out in the ship when it gets hot?
Just doing a quick test to see if it records the MIDI data. No. It doesn't. Alright. Yeah, hang out in the shed when it gets hot. I just have to wait for these batteries to recharge, really. Because, I can't mow anymore until the batteries have charged. So we're hanging out in the shed. Unfortunately, it doesn't record the MIDI data.
WT_2005 said, it sounds like the guy in Pitt Street whacking the plastic tubs.
Oh yeah, see you can't hear it because I don't have it here. I'll show you so you can actually hear it through the speaker. It might sound better like this. You can hear it now, right? So I have these drums connected to the computer so I can record the data, the MIDI data. I'm not the best drummer. I used to play at the pubs. I'll show you what I mean. So I can record the MIDI data. Show you. Then I can change the sounds in the computer. What the fuck?
WT_2005 said, U2.be. WT_2005 said, check out this drummer.
Hold on. Why is that? Why the fuck did that just stop playing?
My name
What is happening? For some reason, what the fuck is happening? Can I just record a clip without it?
Myanmar's military junta holds a highly restrictive hold nearly 5 years after it ousted the last elected government.
I'm Tony Cheng in Yangon as voting gets underway in Myanmar's general election. Will these polls be sealed?
So that should have recorded. Yeah. See now we see. I don't know if you can see on the screen, but I've recorded all the data that I just played.
Polls are open in Myanmar's first general election.
So if we drag it over here,
In 2021, voting is taking place in 3 phases over the course of a month.
and we can play it back.
In areas held by the governing military junta, that's estimated to be less than half of the country. The military has more prominent opposition the ballot with parties
Sounds kind of fucked up.
I have a feeling that I have to vote because there will be peace afterward. We are displaced people, so we have to vote.
Try
so we can go
quantize
back to
it.
our village. There will be peace after voting quickly.
I have never voted before. I see this election as a chance to decide the will of the people. I hope this election will bring change.
It's kind of crazy.
said the elections are free.
Where's the fucking hi-hat?
We've seen a fairly regular flow of people since the polls opened at 6 a.m.
Hi-hat's mapped to the wrong spot for some reason.
That's voting at the moment are generally all people we've spoken to, a couple ourselves, former civil servants, former military people. A lot of them were frankly a little reluctant to speak, but once we did speak, said that they were key to the process to go through because they wanted to see the change in the voting situation. In a rather diplomatic answer, the other gentleman said, well, he had been told he had to come and vote. This happens once every 5 years. So I think
Anyway,
at face value if you want, probably the suggestion there that people are a
that
little
doesn't seem to be working. For some reason I can't click on that link from my phone, dude.
quite strict with us. They are acutely aware of the fact there are a lot of eyes on this electoral process, and they say
What drama is it?
to impinge upon the privacy of any of the voters. But I think if we look at the exit, we can see a little bit of what's going on. Voters today have 5 votes to make for the upper house, the lower
Trying to
house,
figure out what's happening
government positions. These are electronic voting booths.
with this
so they
fucking
go out and
hi-hat.
they press a button. Not a huge amount of choice on the ballot today. And then as they come out, you can see here they're getting their fingers inked on the little finger here just to show that's the vote that's been done. You've seen security here. There is an armed policeman posted on the gate. As polls open, there was a truck with
Why can't I-
armed policemen outside, but it's been relatively relaxed. We did hear
Can I record on this track?
in Miyawadi, the town on the Thai border, one of the largest
Here we go.
import sort of gateways into Myanmar. There's been a lot of fighting there recently, but we understand in most
So, okay, a lot of the notes don't trigger for some reason. Why is that?
But we're also acutely aware of the fact that millions of people have been disenfranchised. Those are people who are living in areas that the military doesn't control.
Oh, those ones did.
We've spoken to some of them in the
That's
last
interesting.
couple of weeks. Some of them not even aware that there's an election going on. So I think despite the fact that this process is relatively transparent, there are still major questions.
See if we can make it loop record.
Genuinely free and fair.
Elections in Myanmar appear to be offering little hope to tens of thousands of refugees stranded across the border in India. More than 30,000 people fled there after the military coup in 2021. Julia Gately reports.
Myanmar's instability is being felt beyond its borders. In India's Mizoram state, tens of thousands of refugees from Myanmar say uncertainty and fear continue to define daily life. They believe that with only parties backed by the government taking
Oh man, this thing's all fucked up. It's not working.
Sunday are a sham.
I don't know what's going on.
Hope of them ever returning home.
We really don't want to be refugees. We do not have any source of income. In some villages, there are restrictions preventing us from opening shops or businesses.
Jaffe is a former rebel fighter from Mandalay. He stepped on a landmine
Don't understand. Why can't I just record a simple bit? Let's try again.
from Chin State have fled to Mizoram State.
Did that record?
Because we don't have a chance to survive there. That's why we came here.
Alright, what the fuck?
Groups in Mizoram say that 4 years after the coup, they're struggling to meet the needs of displaced people.
Shit just don't work, eh?
Fears that renewed violence could push even more refugees across the border. Many say they may soon find it harder to cope. Victoria Gately, Al Jazeera.
Oh, why didn't that record?
No hurry to end the war peacefully. Rosalind Jordan has this report.
Hours after the latest Russian assault on Ukrainian President Volodymyr
Maybe from... What the fuck, man?
for a multinational video conference on how to end the nearly 4 years of war with Moscow.
This attack is again
Don't understand.
on our peace efforts, and it's really shows that Putin doesn't want peace, and we want peace.
Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney agreed, promising not just $2.5 billion to help Ukraine
Not picking
rebuild,
up.
but also more pressure to hold Russia accountable.
The barbarism is all
Ah, whatever. I give up.
shows
Oh.
just how important it is.
See, this is the problem with trying to record and make music using computers and stuff. It's like, I feel like the creative process really gets stifled by just shit always fucking up, and that's why I like making music with the old analog gear. Okay, that battery's good. Yeah, for some reason it's not picking up the MIDI anymore.
For a Sunday meeting with US President Donald Trump, with no guarantee Trump will embrace Ukraine's latest terms for peace. Rosalind Jordan, Al Jazeera, Washington.
Maybe this cable's
Norris
shit.
is the founder and editor-in-chief of BNE Intellinews. He says the Russian strikes on Kyiv are sending a clear message ahead of the Trump-Zelensky meeting.
Tomorrow we have a very important meeting between Trump and Zelensky, where Zelensky's going with his wish list. And it's kind of traditional in the negotiations. I mean, since before the invasion, since 2014, that whenever we have one of these Minsk 2, Normandy 4, and in this case Trump-Zelensky meetings, that there's an escalated attack. And the point is to put pressure on the meeting. And Putin here is underlining the fact that, you know, he has the ability to take out power stations just as temperatures fall below zero. And this is actually a very serious threat. I mean, Klitschko, the mayor of Kiev, was saying a third of houses in Kiev now have not only no power, but no heating. And last week, Russia hit the big substation outside Odessa and blacked out the entire city. And so this is an explicit threat by Putin that if the talks don't go well, if you don't succumb to my demands, that I have the ability of blacking out, you know, all of the large cities in Ukraine with his very high precision and powerful missiles.
The U.S. contributed the largest share to NATO spending before Donald Trump's second term in office, but European leaders were concerned when the U.S. president demanded members increase their contribution to 5% of their GDP. The EU is now bracing for the day when Washington decides to pull the plug on the decades-long security alliance. Al Jazeera's Hashim Al-Hamar reports.
Okay, now it's working. Let's try again.
EU leaders meeting in Brussels had one mission: unlock frozen Russian assets but the summit was beset by
Bro, why the fuck?
The immobilized Russian assets will remain immobilized, and the Union reserves its right to make use of the cash balances to finance the loan.
Why won't this work?
It's business as usual. After mounting pressure from President Donald Trump, EU members increased their defense spending. The 27-nation bloc spent $400 billion, or 1.9% of its collective GDP in 2024. This year, spending is projected to reach $450 billion, about 2.1%.
Alright, no idea. Let's try like this.
In June, NATO states committed to
Oh my god, it finally worked.
praised his efforts to promote peace and stability. Their effusive words were likely meant to show the post-World War II alliance remains strong. European leaders suspect it's only a matter of time before they will have to take control of NATO's defense capabilities. They're preparing for when the US disengages from the continent and pivots towards the Asia-Pacific region to counter China's growing military and economic influence. And this is where many fear the future of the transatlantic alliance may be hanging by a thread. Pressure on Europe from Brussels.
Bro, what the fuck?
Between Cambodia and Thailand after weeks of cross-border fighting. With nearly a million civilians displaced and trust in short supply, the focus now is on whether the guns will stay silent. Asad Beg reports from Cambodia's border with Thailand.
This is the moment Cambodia and Thailand
for displaced families. Right after the ceasefire the border said, you know, why not kind of jump down and but that's not going to be the goal. But the camp will find sustainability for now.
Is this the hi-hat? The bottom?
my home, but I'm also scared of dying. I will go back where the international observers can't. The shooting is completely stopped.
Anyway, it's a really kind of weird, crappy way to record drums, but I'm getting two different drum grooves. It's really it's the velocity on the hi-hat that's like really quite low. Note number 46.
International conflicts, you can't win a war like that. Because if you win, you lose. Russia has thousands of nuclear warheads. It's not going down.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
You're watching Al Jazeera, a reminder of our top stories this hour. Polls are open in Myanmar's first general election since the military coup in 2021. The ruling military junta says it's restoring
Just feels like the hi-hat velocity is really... How do I... Maybe I just gotta hit it way harder. Menu system. I go into the pad settings. Let's turn the sensitivity up. that helps.
I couldn't find anywhere to live in Gaza except Gaza Port. I was forced to stay here because my home is under Israeli control. After just a few hours of rain, we were soaked.
And you can see here how winter is adding an extra element of sulfur.
I mean, it's a little bit of it's a little clunky, but it's definitely a good way to get like more human feel drums. Crop clip, and then let's Control A, selects all, nudge it back. I feel like the hi-hats aren't working. I have to always shift them up. Anyway, sounds pretty shit. It's more just experimenting. I'm just more to figure out how to record the MIDI data from these drums. But it's pretty crappy.
Happened in the Salola area, which is known for dense fog that significantly reduces visibility. On the sunny beaches of Southern California, you're likely to see surfers, swimmers, and sharks. It's home to a thriving population of the great whites.
Alright, let's finish mowing the lawn, shall we? Shall we? Made good progress on it. We just got to do that last bit down the bottom. Hey, sweetie pie. Hey, cheeky. Oh, what's going on?
We're just doing some tidying.
Some tidying. Nice.
Good job on the lawn.
Yeah, it's getting there. Let's go do this last little bit. I'm gonna watch Daddy mow the lawn. Yeah, well they're nice, but they do look like weeds. They kind of look like daffodils. Should I leave them?
Yeah.
Do you like them?
This looks like weeds, but
The flowers are nice.
The one with the yellow. Yeah, the flowers are nice. Why not leave them?
Yeah.
It's not like they're ruining the.
Yeah. Mm. What are you doing? Just tidying up inside?
Yeah. Just putting the Christmas things away.
Oh, nice. Come watch Daddy mow. Oh no.
Just kind of stuck the bag into the box and got smashed.
Oh well.
Feel bad. Didn't even take a photo of it. I'll just chuck.
Get my hat back on.
Got it in Poland as well.
Oh.
Awkward.
Who did?
My thing.
It's okay. Oh, you're getting heavy, girl. Oh. 8.5 kilos. That's a thick ass baby. Just leave it there, I'll get rid of it.
No, I'm just out of this bag so that we put our fingers and then we don't get puffed up.
Pod Saber Queen said, toe reveal when.
What's up? Toe reveal? This is my little child's feet. Whoa, look, little feet. She's sitting on my shoulder. How you doing, Pod Save? Can you see can't see my toes. I'm wearing shoes.
Pod Saber Queen said, LMAO.
That's good.
Smashed your
Your mum broke your special.
Broke your special fucking thing that was handcrafted in Poland with your name and the deal. Whoopsies.
Whoopsies, mum's a klutz.
Took a photo of it. What can you do? I was just trying to shove this in here.
Oh.
Oh well.
Oh, there you go.
Oh well.
Alright, keep mowing. Get my hat on. Oh, nice afternoon. What have you been up to, Pods? Shit.
How do you feel when you hear these reports of women being mutilated? Do you feel sometimes like we're failing, that you failed the women of Sudan or the women of Gaza?
I think, first of all, it's an outrage. I mean, you get through frustrations, but you also have to admit the international community of which you are a part has lost its moral compass. We don't call out the atrocities and the people that are responsible for them. The warring parties in Sudan have no right to
Phone's about to run out of battery.
communities in their society.
3%.
Their fixation is on winning a war and not making peace. And I hope that we will be able to bear witness and to hold them to account and bring to account all those who commit.
Fuck. Try plugging into this one.
International crimes to document and to pursue in court. So how can the UN, for example, improve evidence gathering and legal accountability in these cases like Sudan to ensure that there is indeed
The phone dies, the stream dies. Okay, well, the phone has to stay here. And I need to finish the lawn. Maybe if I run the cable out. work if I bring this out, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Hold on. Put it up here. I just need to get the chat on this phone. Do I even have that chat up? I have to download it. What's it called again? Real-time chat.
Text to speech enabled. Squeaky_possum said, hello. Stream offline at Saturday, December 27th, 2025, 9 hours 58 minutes and 35 seconds PM. Text to speech disabled. Text to speech enabled.
Okay, well, I have hopefully the phone, because if this is the phone that is running the GoPro, so oops, we just need this phone
Text to speech disabled.
to charge, which it is. Stay there, and then the stream can continue this premium entertainment. Because I know you'd be devastated if it went away. Alright, we're good. Let me just check that my connection reaches to walking down this part of the yard. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's get back to work. good. We've done the main part of the lawn. I guess we just gotta get the whippersnipper out and do the edges now, right? Get the whippersnipper, see if we can fire it up. Hit these edges. Fire that shit up, baby. We got any fuel in there? Oh, yeah, we've got plenty of fuel. Okay, let's start her up. Damn it, we lost our fucking... We gotta put some new line on this. Actually haven't done that before with this one. How do I do that? How do I take this off? Push and twist. Oh, there we go. Oh, cool. Alright, sweet, there's more line in there. Should just be a matter of doing this. That's possible. How do I do it on the other side? There we go. something like that. I haven't done this before on this one, so no idea what I'm doing. Through there. Put the spring back. Oh my god, this is so finicky. Oh my god, bro, how are you supposed to do this? Oh, fuck. Fucking, are you serious? Fuck's sake. Oh my god, please. What the fuck? This is fucking retarded. Outplayed by a fucking whippersnipper, dude. Can't believe it. Oh my god, dude, what the fuck? Just get in there. Okay. Oh, bro. This is so dumb. Fuck. Alright, let's try again from the start. I'm trying to have it wound up. I need it to all stay in here. It likes to flop around. Let's try like that. Oh, why is this so hard? Yes, stay now. It's because this. Okay. That side's good. This side has to come around like that. I think. Doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, why is this so difficult? Fuck. Oh bro, what the fuck? How, like why is this? I need to get it like taut somehow. How do I do that? Maybe I can put it in before I thread it. Is that possible? No, it's not. Fuck. This is childproof. Alright, let's try a new method. What if we thread it all the way through and then try to rewind it? Maybe that's the way. Thread it all the way through and then rewind it. I think that might be the play here. Maybe. Where's the cap? Where's the fucking cap that I just had a moment ago? You fucking serious, dude? Oh, it's in my pocket. Alright, locked in, and then rewind line. Oh, okay, that's the way. Alright, there we go. Oh god, what a fuck around. Okay. Okay, we're good. For fuck's sake. Took way too long. Alright, now we're talking. What's up? Okay. Alright. Okay.
episode where Simpsons played this game.
Oh, the fucking the lawn mowing simulator. What's up, Brizzy? What is it, like yard work sim? Oh, fucking hell. Big job. Check out the lawn though. It's looking pretty fresh. What do you reckon,
Brizzy
Brizzy?
Mike said, I mowed my island block this morning too.
Fuck yeah, dude. Feels good. Oh, man, that's fucking...
Brizzy Mike said, no, not yet. Brizzy Mike said, that's a big zero turn right on. I haven't had time to mess with that yet. I used a self-propelled push mower today.
Oh yeah, cool. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, what happened?
Brizzy Mike said, I tidied up the wiring on my lithium and solar today too. I put a Victron shunt onto the battery so I can monitor it better.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to like add these extra panels to my house system, because we've already got panels and an inverter. But I'm gonna put extra panels on the shed, and then I don't know if I'll have to wire it down into the inverter or get another inverter, or what the fucking deal is. Why won't this start? Have enough lithium and solar to run anything I want in the caravan? Hell yeah, dude. Think of all the flashlights you can power off that bad boy.
Depends on the rating on the inverter. You might be 8 degrees.
To my electrician friend, see what he says. Solid. Crank up the good vibes? Hell yeah, dude.
Brizzy Mike said, "What's with the white shoes while whipper-snippering, bro? They about to be mottled green shoes, lol."
Yeah, I mean, they're just some fucking $20 op shop shoes. I don't really care about them. They're just like light, cheap, easy shoes to fuck around with. It's fine. For Christmas, my girlfriend got me this new pouch. Really nice little military style pouch, and she got me some new running shoes. So that it's like, the pouch is really good for the IRL streaming because I can keep my things in there, and then the batteries in there, and then the running shoes are good because I've been training some running, and it's good. I even tried to do some running streams, which was difficult but doable. I still need to figure out how to set up the port forwarding so that I can send the GoPro back to the computer. I got a new router, so maybe I'll be able to figure it out, but I was just fucking banging my head against the wall trying to make it work. Couldn't do it.
Brizzy Mike said, "Nice, bro."
Ah. Fuck yeah, dude. Alright, I'm just gonna take a quick piss. Remember when I pissed in a bottle? Wait, did I? No, I didn't piss in a bottle on stream, did I? Wait, did I? Or did I get out and piss?
Brizzy Mike said, "Fanny pack streamer."
Yeah, dude. No, it's mad. I'll be back.
Brizzy Mike said, "Just DM me when you're messing with it. I know how to port forward and change NAT settings." I do, bro.
Yeah, you know how to do it? Because I thought I was doing it correctly, but...
Brizzy Mike said, "I was all about you pissing on a pole, lol."
Sometimes you gotta go. Oh man, I'm bugging after that.
Stream
I was
Elements,
like...
a multi-raffle has begun for 6,000 crack. It will end in 90 seconds. Enter by typing, join.
Is this the infinite crack glitch? Oh, fuck. I'm tired after that, man.
Stream Elements, the multi-raffle for 6,000 crack will end in 67 seconds. Enter by typing, join.
Join. Oh, tired, dude.
Brizzy Mike said, "Yeah, I know how to set up port forwarding." Stream Elements, the multi-raffle for 6,000 crack will end in 45 seconds. Enter by typing, join.
Crack. I'm a crack man. Skibbity-bitty-bop-ba-da-bo. I might just grab another beer. I'll be right back.
Stream Elements, the multi-raffle for 6,000 crack will end in 22 seconds. Enter by typing, join. Brizzy Mike said, "Oh man, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Thought you'd be longer to piss, lol." Brizzy Mike said, "Bro just pissed on the side of the shed." Stream Elements, the multi-raffle has ended and Brizzy Mike won 6,000 crack each. Stream Elements said, "Mate, the lag's not gonna stop but complain some more, it'll probably fix itself." Brizzy Mike said, "Stream dropped fully."
Oh, that's good. Let's have a beer. Stream dropped.
Brizzy Mike said, he gone. Brizzy Mike said, back. L33 Taid said, should be up. L33 Taid said, can you see me cold beer? L33 Taid said, might be on your end. Brizzy Mike said, I think it's up.
As far as
Brizzy Mike said, giving chat the old coronavirus.
Yeah, no, I think it's all good. Maybe it was on your end. Yeah, I mean, I worked hard for fucking like 3 hours or something. You can have a beer. Big job. But what did I do? I tested the solar panels, put them in the back little storage area, and then I did the lawn. It took a bit longer because the batteries had to charge. Did the lawn, we did the whip snipping. Now we're chilling, dude. It's time to enjoy a cold beer. How good. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. How you feeling about the year, Brizzy? Sounds like you've been working hard. It's been a bit stressful. A lot going on. Life is relentless.
Brizzy Mike said, Merry Christmas, bro. Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Brizzy Mike said, I FN hate 2025. I decided to make big changes for 2026.
Oh yeah, what kind of changes are we talking? You gonna get a sex change? tier 1 subs. My man, Brizzy. Let's fucking go, dude. Is that my Christmas present, is it? Thanks so much, Brizzy, man. I fucking appreciate you so
Brizzy
dude.
Mike said, ho ho ho, Merry Jankmas to all.
That's amazing, man. No, for real. You've been super supportive of my fucking world's shittiest stream. So it really does mean a lot, dude. Thank you so much. You're the Jank's biggest supporter. You're a fucking legend, mate. Absolute legend.
Brizzy Mike said, stream is buffering again.
Is it?
Brizzy Mike said, level 2 hype train lol.
Yeah, dude. Get hyped.
Brizzy Mike said, anyone not subbed, here's your chance to scam Amazon with a free Prime sub.
Yeah, get scamming, bro.
Brizzy Mike said, man, you sure your stream isn't dropping? I've been watching YouTube most of the day fine.
Let me check. Let me check. Test 1 2. Seems pretty good, man. Test 1 2. Seems pretty good, man. Yeah, multi-streaming, YouTube, Twitch, both seem to be fine for me. It's not dropping for me. I mean, are you on the island or some shit?
Brizzy Mike said, might actually be my end, sorry. I did a speed test and getting like 3 MB up and down.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Brizzy. Get your shit together, dude. Come on, bro. How do I make the clips launch so that it waits for the first clip to finish playing? Hey Google, how do I make it so in Ableton when I'm launching a clip, it waits for the clip to finish before it plays the next clip that I press play on?
In Ableton Live, change the global quantization or the specific clip's launch quantization to none. How to adjust settings. Global. Locate the quantization menu at the top of the screen. Default is 1 bar and set it to none. Clip specific. Open the clip view, find the launch section, and change the quantization dropdown to none. Would you like me to explain how to use follow actions to automate this sequence?
Where the fuck is the quantize actions? Huh? Fuck, Rob would know how to do this. How to make clips finish playing next scene. Play a full clip before launching the next. Use scene follow actions for automatic transit. Set the global. Trigger the next scene at the right time. Follow actions. Manual control. Set the global quantization to off. Where the fuck is global quantization? Set the global quantization to off. Where are these settings? Where the fuck is global quantization? Hey Google, where is the global quantization settings located in Ableton?
The global quantization chooser is located in the control bar at the top center of the screen, next to the metronome and transport controls play, stop, /record. It is a drop-down menu that usually defaults to 1 bar. This setting determines when clips launch and when certain playback actions, like scrubbing or jumping to locators, occur relative to the beat.
I don't see no fucking drop-down menu. What the fuck? Record. Default launch mode. Launch quantization. What the fuck? Oh, I can't figure this out. I should call Rob. He'll know. Okay, fuck. Let's just call Robin.
Yo,
Hey man.
what's happening?
Not much. I just had an Ableton question actually.
Yeah.
So you know when you're in clip launcher mode,
Yeah.
I don't know like if something's changed, but I swear it used to like wait till, like you know when you launch a whole scene and then you launch the next scene, it'll just launch it instantly. I swear.
Oh, yeah, that's a setting somewhere.
Yeah, I can't find it though because I was looking up online. It's all like it's like
One
global
sec, hold on.
quantization and.
Oh, no, it's not that. Hold on, let me go up and have a look.
Thanks, man.
No worries. Hopefully I can figure it out. I haven't used that in a long time. I tend to just fuck around in Arrange. Like, I use Arrangement View these days. I find when I use Clip, I just don't get anything done. I sit
Yeah.
there playing with clips all day. That's just me. But, like, yeah.
No, I mean sometimes I just like fucking around But if I am using Clip Viewer, it's like I want it to fucking because you can actually build you can build songs that way if you keep like adding.
You can, yeah. I just find I get stuck in working on loops forever and never think of like the broader arrangement. Like I find when I put down an arrangement, it's like I end up finishing a song.
The song's
like
more
it all just
evolving.
happens. Like it evolves, and I'm like, oh, maybe this will go here or this there or whatever. Like it's just my way of thinking. Like
No, I get
works
that.
better with that.
But sometimes when you just want a quick jam, the clips is fine.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you do different stuff too because you work with a lot of like you're using like drum samplers and all sorts of crazy shit and stuff. It's like a different sort of thing. Yeah, okay, so I just... Yeah, it's launch quantization of enabled.
Yeah, where is that
options.
setting? Options.
Go down, launch quantization enabled.
Oh, okay, just disable that.
No, turn it on. It should be on.
Oh, it is on.
Weird then. When I turn it off,
Let me try
that
to turn
happens
it
to
off.
me. Turn it off and on again or something, yeah.
Yeah, no, so that doesn't change anything. I'll try and turn back to launch enabled. No, same shit.
What the fuck?
That's weird.
Is there anything else ticked when you have it on? Because there's like smaller launch, larger launch, triplet launch, snap automation, good fix. Are any of those ticked?
No, they're all off.
Yeah, see, for me, they're all off too. That's weird.
Mini arrangement. Oh well.
Hold on, I'm going to send you a screenshot. One sec. I've just sent you a screenshot. Have a look at that and check if all your settings are the same in that window.
Let's see. Is that your options or is that no? That's yeah.
That's the options menu. Yeah.
Launch enabled highlights. You got a few options that I don't have. This is probably because I got the old Ableton audio. Yeah.
Maybe patch Ableton as well. Like update it.
I don't know if I can on this computer.
Why?
It might be an old crack. It's like I think this might be an old cracked version of 10. I've like the good version of Ableton I got off you is on my main computer. I'm just using my old laptop at the moment.
You should just install it on that.
I can't because it's I think because I used your extra.
Oh right.
Your extra. I think I remember I bought your secondary.
Yeah, we went halves on it and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that only means I can have it on one computer.
Yeah. I know.
That's alright. No, that's all good. I'll just keep fucking around with it, see if I can figure it out. It's just weird.
Yeah, that's weird. Hold on.
But is that like when that's ticked and you make a clip, does it waits for the clip to finish, right?
Yeah,
Before
when I have that on, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
All actions or automation MIDI triggers. The other thing it can be, there is one other thing it can be, which is you might have so for the clip, I don't even know if 10 has this.
There might be
different version. Each clip has individual launch actions.
Yeah, where is that?
So click on the clip.
Yeah.
And then go down to the left of the piano roll.
Yep.
There's different sections. So clip, launch, pitch and time, all that shit, right?
I can't see the launch. Hold on.
Are you in notes or envelopes? You got to
Yeah,
be
I
in the
see
right
notes.
thing. No. So to the left of that, there's there should be like a menu on the left.
Oh, here we go. Launch mode.
Launch.
Set
That
to
can
trigger.
individually change the trigger things for each clip, and you might have just set that to the wrong thing.
Follow action. Did I set that to 0 maybe? Launch. My launch mode says trigger, then it says quantization none.
So switch quantization to global.
Global.
Now try it.
Do I have to do that for all the clips?
Or select. So if you click and hold shift, and you can make a box over all your clips at once.
Yeah.
Right? Everything, and then change them all to global.
Was it shift click?
Yeah, shift click will let you like select an area of clips, and you can select literally every clip. You know what I mean? Switch them all to global, and now try.
Launch mode. Global.
I'm pretty sure that will be it.
Oh yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, I think that's it. You had launch mode off, which means it's just gonna hit it when you hit it.
Yeah, cool. Now it's working.
Sweet, awesome.
Thanks, man. Fucking legend.
Worries, dude. Sweet. I'll catch you later.
Alright, see you, bro. Good old Relb, he's always got the answers. Okay, now they're gonna launch. I can launch them in a more rhythmic way, so I can do shit like this. Wait, why can't I do shit like this? Can I? Options. There we go. What that means is now I can launch my little clips off the keyboard. So if I press I'm actually not trying to make anything that amazing. I'm just trying to get better at using Ableton with a MIDI controller. I'm basically just launching, I'm recording different parts to these clips and then I'm using the keyboard to control them. I'm just trying to get better at using the keyboard. It's a learning experience. That transition's pretty whack. Sounds pretty bad, but it's just experimenting. What's another instrument we can add? Is that all I get? No. Can't use that. Oscilloscopes, all this crap. Tab, ozone, fab filter, massive contact. What are you doing out on the island, bro?
Jadis said, Garnet.
What's up, Jadis? Okay, we learned something new.
sort?
No, I'm just messing around. What's up? You need some assistance?
I would like to...
Time to end the stream now, anyway.
Oh, good. I'd like to prepare dinner.
Okay.
So I'd just like you to maybe entertain her for a bit while I...
Hey, baby.
Just do the chopping of the veggies and the...
Yeah, I can do that.
roasting of beans. Num num. You just had your feed right then.
Brizzy Mike said, the music was a vibe.
Thanks, Brizzy.
Sorry, everyone.
No, it's alright. I gotta do my dad duties
Getting
now.
off the stream.
Gotta do my dad duties. Got little Neve here. Do you want to see? You want to say hello to Neve? Say hello. Wait, I'm trying to. Wait, I'll put her in the chair. There we go. She was enjoying Daddy's guitar playing. There she is. Alright, it's time to end the stream.
All good, bro. I respect it.
Time to end the stream. Make some dinner. Look at her just sitting there. What are you doing, buddy?
Mike said, no.
What are you doing? She's full to sit. She's getting pretty good at sitting up now.
Brizzy Mike said, peace, bro.
Alright. Time to go. Say goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye, Neve, to the beautiful chat. Time to go. See you guys.